nice.
Sure.
But it's okay to listen to in a club. Most of the songs, you know, I wouldn't really have them on my phone, like in a taxi listening to it, or at home listening to it.
Are you referring to the hip hop in South Africa?
The hip hop in South Africa. I guess maybe I've never really gone deep into underground, and I'm sure there's nicer stuff.
Like,
Yo, what's up? It's your boy 11. You should be tuning in to Official Major World Online, baby. You know how it is. The greatest online radio show, the greatest podcast ever. Come on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, Passion Busher, the truth from the flesh. What you gonna do? Yo, Official Major World. Worldwide television, breathtaking television, mashing for the young people. What are the teeping done? Vibes. Come on, let's do it. I afford to go live right now.
because of Atlanta. Like we can re-release it this year.
Yo, step A. Whoa. What's up, people? What's up, crazy people? Not crazy people. What's up, normal people? What's up, the world? What's up, universe? It's your boy 11. We back again on Official Major World Online. It's another hectic show. I'm not alone. I'm with my boy here, D-Boy Mesh Mishigisha. How are you, my brother, the milkshake Mashesha?
On now level. On now level.
What are you doing?
And I'm
there?
encouraging that. And so,
You know what? I was thinking with Ndana, like, if you started doing coke, dog, you know, like, I need you to, like, you know, tell me, you know, I won't judge you. Maybe I might try with you, cause like, you know, I need that energy, bro. You know.
You know what I love is that, man. You know me from the A, man.
Yeah.
A11. Truth. My life, man. So, like, this is like the whole game. Mashman Mashik is a truth mashing for the young people, and like in terms of the energy vibes, man. Like, you know, as long as you keep on living and being the life that you aspire.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. You got it.
Yeah.
You got it, and so. But like, I don't want to go too real for now.
Yeah.
For now, I'm like, yo, and so I hope another grand day. And so hit us up, OMW, man, for the young people, Official Major World, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Facebook Official Major World with no spaces. Twitter Official Major W1, and Instagram is official.majorworld plus YouTube. Fantastic content, like as in right now, man. Right now, what are you doing with your life? Tell me about it, Until, but keep on listening to me and be touched about that. Yeah, Mr. 11 winner.
I'm good, doc. You know, young people doing amazing things.
Yeah.
It's Official Major World Online. Unfortunately, yesterday we didn't have a show. For a lot of people who thought we were gonna have a show, but then you know, but for today was a holiday, we gotta respect these things.
What holiday, man, and what you touched about it?
But the holiday yesterday, I was sleeping, bro. Actually, doc, it was a long weekend, bro.
Serious, man.
Sure, you know.
Sure.
So I had to sleep yesterday, like just to get some bread, you know, prepare for today, cause like you know we have someone beautiful in the studio.
Too much.
Hey.
Sure.
So yeah. Not much, bro. Did you do anything for June 16th?
I wanna now on my side in town, like I was working, like where's on the real, like I don't tend to like reflect on like like and my life was hectic. But I also went to a funeral on Saturday, and I also had an epiphany on Twitter, hashtag just saying on Twitter, which is I discovered you know in church is the best way you can fight feminism and so. Like I hear everybody wants to do like on most occasions when people do feminism, like no, they need to be naked and all that and so and like just extreme men are trash hashtags and all that. But I'm like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, Tena sihamba na ya sihamba no Jesu sihamba ne cha anyways, you know what celebs in South Africa, man, like they should give people this Ansela. Happiness. I'm encouraging that. This is like it's gonna trend.
You gotta stop, bro.
But this is a good trend. Like I wanna feminism in the church, you know, like I wanna take out all the women in the church. how many people are left inside? 112. And I'm like, it's the greatest, like, beating about Inlikeni, beating about Bumzalani, beating about IPCs, about Zioni. Like, take the woman out of the church. And then maybe there's like 5 or 6 people left. Worse yet, on Saturday, there was a woman pastor. So that means there is even no pastor. That's how real it is. But yeah, that was Saturday, and then it's like open Sibu, and
Yeah.
sure, in a way, mare. But what I ponela until yo wakang until but Maubani. No, Sunday and yesterday, like, then I was with brother Gigi on Negatesha, and then like beautifulity on fleek, man, on Twitter. Because we're gonna be hitting him up, man, Friday. I covered my child 11.
Yo. Now people they already know, but then if you're a new listener, Buffett, you already know what you gotta know, Buffett. You gotta pull through. This Friday, we only left with 3 days left at JMP Hive, 100 Jutta Street in Braamfontein. See, I was strong, Buffett. So if you're missing out, I don't know what you're doing. We got performances from upcoming artists. We got some niggas in the game, you know.
Sure.
But then
Put it mad.
I can't be strong with names and shit. But then yeah, 50-rand entrance, Ken Food lets you in and like come and enjoy a vibe. But it's not just coming and enjoying, but it's a charity event. We're giving back to the community. So whatever we'll be doing there, it's all the efforts for hashtag Project 50 June, where we'll be feeding 100 people, 50 people.
Sure.
I wish 100 people, but then we'll come in there slowly but surely.
Small by small.
50 people will be giving away blankets, but then that be happening on the 23rd of June. Danke.
Sure.
But then
like an event now, you know what, like as many hands to help us.
H bro.
And so like I wanna maybe even our wonderful studio guest and that, like I'd love her Avumbo going to like aspiring, like you know what I loved about Pan-African model, you know, like Pan-African model, and so I'm like, yo, dope, and so like that model, Pan-African model, which transcending the borders. Why is that I think?
Can you please tell the people who are you and what's up?
What's up, everybody? My name is Yemaya Althea, and I am a Pan-African model, as my friend has introduced me. And yeah, what more do you want to know? I'm waiting for questions.
Sure.
Are we getting straight to it?
It could be that or like the
we
weekend.
can have a conversation.
The weekend.
How was your weekend? What did you do?
My weekend was dope, actually. I was chilled. I'm a very chilled person.
Yeah.
I was at home. I'm a homebody.
So what do you do? Do you ride? Do you come
I
back
paint.
here? You paint?
I paint.
Yeah.
I enjoy painting. So most of my weekends I'm at home painting or hanging out with friends.
Sure.
Actually, yeah.
Painting as a hobby, or painting as in like, or like you sell you sell your.
I'd like to sell eventually, but at the moment it's just a hobby. I paint clothes, yeah.
And then like, is it something very very like your mom or your dad had to give you like the shandies, and then the next thing you started doing it, or like?
Not really.
Yeah.
It was like an epiphany because I just started painting. So I wasn't really an artist when I started this whole thing. I was a receptionist. And then
Stories of the struggle.
bruh, and then left my job, and then after that I was just like, what am I going to do, and I was like so depressed and stressed out. And I think through that whole depression thing, then the art came out, and I started off as a painter. Started off painting, used to sell. Yeah, the industry got the best of me, got busy, couldn't really like fit it into my schedule and stuff. Yeah.
So the model thing is not something that you've been wanting since A1. It's
subconsciously it has.
Oh.
Subconsciously it has, but
physically also.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, like, yeah, you know,
yes,
yeah.
I'll take that. But yeah, subconsciously, yes.
Sure. Yeah.
But I actually studied hospitality.
Yeah.
I love high five. I love cooking and stuff, and I love people and traveling and all that stuff. So I studied hospitality, practiced for a year as a front desk hostess, receptionist, in simpler terms. And yeah, it felt like a box, you know. I'm a wild spirit, so hence I got into modeling. Yeah.
So I mean, like, and then after then, like, Did it like just took off like that, or you had like your ways, like
Not at all.
trying to find agencies and all that?
Finding an agency, I was scouted, so it wasn't really that hard finding an agency.
Yeah.
But that's just like
more
a
vibes.
very minuscule step towards the bigger goal. So finding an agency wasn't hard, but going to castings, I think I went to about 60 castings before I got my first job.
Whoa.
And my first job was just like my ear showing,
No,
Serious. Like, so
I was just going past.
the people call themselves ear models.
They're hand models, eh?
Serious.
They're people that go to sets for hands.
Zulander.
Which one?
Zulander.
No.
The guy, Ben Stiller, the guy with the
Okay, I know him.
sure,
Yeah.
sure. So like that movie, like Owen Wilson. So he had the Magnum, and so like Blue Steel. Like that's where I got my poses from, and so. But yeah, my
You
one.
got your poses from.
One.
When
If you check out my gram and so like sometimes I wish. Have you ever wondered how would it feel to look at your gram in another person's perspective?
Right. Have you ever checked your gram from somebody else's account? Never.
I have.
Yeah.
Sure. The problem is that
Yeah.
it's still being checked out by Yemaya.
That's the thing.
And so
That's the thing.
it's like seeing yourself. It's like me seeing you right now.
Yeah.
How
yeah.
do I look?
Yeah,
on
exactly,
your
right?
side?
It's freaky. Like you can't step out of your body and like look at yourself and be like, this is how I look. This is
You
me.
can though,
How?
subconsciously, unconsciously, and I mean like spiritually and shit. Like I do that,
Okay.
like some creepy shit. I don't want to go into details. I mean, like, if you're not open-minded, you might think
Sure.
that. But then, what you think about that, it's your own perception.
Sure.
Then what I do, it's like
Sure.
I practice some higher powers and I look at myself. But then, that's not the point. The point is not me looking at myself because I already know myself. The point is just me going outside of the world
Sure.
and just like looking at everything and being aware. I don't know if that makes sense.
You know.
Like, what, like when you procrastinate, what do you usually do?
My phone. I spend way too much time on my phone.
Sure.
Way too much time on my
Social
phone.
media or like YouTube vibes?
Social media, YouTube. I love documentaries, so I watch a lot of YouTube.
Documentaries about.
I mean, like,
Documentaries about everything, spirituality.
Yeah.
Hence, I'm just like, now it makes sense because I watch a lot of that as well. So
Yeah.
documentaries about spirituality, anything that comes to mind, anything that I'm curious about. There's so much like on YouTube actually.
And I want to know about your collaboration with Ford. Like how what was happening? Like what was the deal? And because like
With Ford.
yeah, because you collaborated with Ford, right?
Yeah.
Or
I did.
Toyota.
It was Ford.
It was Ford.
Yeah.
Okay, when was this?
This was last year.
Yeah,
Last year, I think around this time last year actually.
sure.
That's beautiful, man.
Thank
That
you.
is really
Thank
beautiful,
you.
Sure.
It was just a commercial, hey? It was
Oh, you
really
were just
just a
shooting-
commercial.
Yeah.
What do you want to know? Like how it happened
Yeah.
and everything?
Oh no, I mean like it was just a commercial.
Yeah, it was a commercial.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Speaking about commercials, Sprite. I saw that.
my favorite.
There's the other dude, Ghost King.
Ghost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we were mingling with him, and then they break down your communication. Maybe it's those situations, but like,
Yeah.
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 Sometimes you give somebody a scene, and then people be touched and that type of vibe. But yeah, like
Okay.
that's underrated. But yeah,
Anyway.
but like but that vibe, like when you collaborate with such brands, do you teach is more about the dough or like somebody a brand that you resonate with?
Is it more about?
The
Please repeat
dough.
that. The dough.
Yeah.
It's not really about the dough, hey?
Yeah.
The dough is amazing, but
Yeah.
trust me, it's not really
Sure.
that amazing, So if
Sure.
you don't really have passion for it, by now I would have given up,
Yeah.
But it's always lovely because every shoot that I do, I tend to meet with people that become part of my next level in a way.
Yeah.
So I've kept very good relationships with the people that I've worked with, especially Papa Ghost. He's an amazing guy.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So promote each other stuff. And funny enough, we meet at events as well. There's just always that link between everyone that I meet and you know, not everyone, of course, I won't click with
Yeah.
everyone, but there's just
Oh,
certain
yes.
people that vibrate at my level.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're part of my next level, and
So
I
that's-
keep them around.
And then like tell me about spirituality and at the same time your name, Yemaya, because like you know
There we go.
very you know goddess
Yes,
want to
yes.
like
That
give people
understand.
want to like give me like how it came about, especially like you also discovering yourself spiritual and like and so on.
Okay, I'll start with Yemaya,
Yeah.
right? Which is my first name.
Yeah.
And I think we're having a conversation before
On
this,
the
and I was
real.
like, that's my alter ego. It's
Sure.
not really my real name, but it is my real name.
Sure.
That came about when I started modeling,
Yeah.
you know, and when I started art, when I got interested in the arts and everything, I was just like, am I good enough? What am I
Yeah.
going to do? Why did I even leave my job?
Yeah.
Why am I doing this?
Ish.
And then Yemaya came up. I'm not even sure what inspired the name, if I saw a picture or something like that, but I have an interest in spiritual goddesses, especially Yoruba ones. Yemaya is actually a Yoruba goddess of creation.
Ish.
And that came about at that time because I felt like I needed to create something.
Yeah.
And that name was going to push me to do that. And yeah, it's been doing well so far.
So, you know, I love even in your blog, like, no more about you show like, you know, the Bantu speaking region of Africa, and you show like the Yoruba side, which is like Nigeria side.
Oh yes.
And so, like, to give people a perspective, like what intrigues you about the Yoruba tribe?
The Yoruba tribe.
Yeah.
What
Or maybe
intrigues
or more or less like people that side, because
I'm intrigued by Africans as a whole. So there's just certain cultures in different parts. You know, there's even in the Zulu culture, there are things that interest me. Even in the Xhosa culture, the Tswana culture, there are things that interest me. As for Yoruba, what stands out for me mostly is the spiritual practices that they do and the meanings behind them. Yeah.
What about 11? Like, but sometimes like, but they even put on these things like they ghosts, like they put on these. I can't really tell, but I want to call them costumes. Like it's like, you know,
The white
it's like,
ones.
yeah, and then they even close their faces, so it's like
Yeah.
it's like,
Okay,
like,
no, that's
once,
hectic.
like,
But yeah.
sure, and like even with the conversation we speak about, like, do you believe in like traditional medicine?
Traditional medicine.
Yeah.
I've never tried, but I do believe in it. Yeah, I do believe in it. I do believe in ancestors as well. I believe that I am here because somebody was here before me, and I'm probably here to also take us a bit like further, like a step further, you know, before I leave. And somebody was here before me, and they took us where we are now.
You know, the funeral we were at. Okay, where was that? Saturday or 10. And then like, so I was in Beyonce, I was here.
Right? It's exactly like that.
And so, like, it's all about the music video again. Yeah, have you seen the music video? Is it the UN General Assembly?
Oh, yes. So she just like is by herself, and there's like a spotlight, and she's doing her thing.
And I don't know what they did, because I get it even when the music video ends. And like, okay, in the background, it's like, the LED lights in that's a thing. It gives that impression where like you're there, like it's like a 3D type of vibe. And like it was showing like I was here. So like basically in the background it's showing like the things that the UN does. And also reflect, and also like mention with the lyrics of the track. So I think maybe she made the track for the UN, but something happened and it was like,
but it's deep.
I was here.
Yeah.
And then like obviously there's African kids, you know, like they crying, and then like mommy the basic
whole
stuff.
Narrative.
But like I love the people on the game such as you, and who are the people who do it for you who are the people like are your role models more or less?
My role model. In South Africa or everywhere?
In general.
In general, I have many. Firstly, it's my mom, hey?
Yeah.
Like, opera comes after my mom.
Ish.
Like, my mom has done a lot. Can I go deep into the story? So, I grew up in Bryanston, right? And my mom is a single parent.
Yeah.
And She was a domestic worker, so we stayed at the back of the house. I don't think she earned more than 3,000, you know, and she managed to actually take my sister, my brother, and me to school, to very good schools. Went to varsity, managed to build a house. You know, there's just so much that she has done, and the person that she is, and she still manages to give to other people that are just not us, you know, my cousins and all that stuff. So that for me is very huge, and that's one person that I really look up to. And then
how many siblings do you have?
I've got 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a brother and a sister.
Shout out. Older, younger? How do you
Older, very older.
Oh, so you're the last born?
Yeah.
Ish.
I am.
Would you say like you're spoiled ish or like,
not at all,
okay.
hey? Not with my mom. No. Not at all.
Like
No, I'm Ndebele.
oh, in the way.
Yeah.
But is she like what type of parent?
She is, with just her eyes. You know how black parents will just give you the eye. You're just
Sure.
like, okay. yeah.
Sure.
She is.
And
But she's become calmer actually now that
Yeah.
I've grown up. Yeah.
And then number 2, Oprahville.
Number 2, no, not Oprah. I was just making
Oh,
an
okay,
example because
like
everyone
Mama.
always says Oprah.
Ish.
Number 2, yo, I have so many people that I look up to. I look up to Bonang a lot.
Okay.
I feel like she's worked very hard. I look up to a lot of people. Lupita. I look up to. There's a lot of people. I'm sorry, I can't mention all of them. Yeah.
What's the impact you want to have? You want to leave in the world?
What's the impact I want to leave in the world?
Yeah.
Wow, that's deep, eh? That's deep. I'd like to inspire someone to be better.
Yeah.
You know, especially with the people that I just mentioned now, are people that have inspired me to be better. People that have come from backgrounds that are similar, like to mine.
Yeah.
And
They managed to overcome.
to overcome that and manage to become better and to better themselves. And I think that for me is what I feel like I'm here for, you know. It's like with the Sprite ad or with the Ford ad or whatever, you know, the first time I did that, the first time it even showed, the kids in my street were very excited, you know, like before anyone, the kids in my street were very excited. And that for me is like everything, you know, showing somebody younger than me, a different narrative of a black girl, you know, so yeah. I think that's it. And my other name is Althea, actually. My real name is Althea. That means healer. So definitely gonna do some healing as well.
Living up to your name.
Yeah.
I mean, like, does it change you? Maybe after like shooting an ad with like a big brand like Sprite, you know, and like coming back to the hood. Like, do you feel any different? You know, not literally to the hood, but like where you were living, and like people look at you different. They be like, wow, you know, you were step further than where you are and how where the, you know, does it like make you a different person or?
Me personally, not
do it?
really. I'm still the same. But I think to people around me, it's, like I said, very inspiring because they know where I'm from. You know, they've seen me hustle, you know, for years and, you know, trying to push this. And everyone's just like, "Alo, yahlanya lo," you know.
Sure.
Like, this one is crazy. What is she doing with this TV thing? You know? But when it works out, everyone gets excited. Everyone gets inspired. So I don't really feel different myself, but I think people around me feel differently about me, or the belief in you is kind of more, you know, when they see the fruits of your labor.
And
how long? Pushing it actively, it's been a year since last year, so a year and a half. But then pushing it,
building foundation,
pageants and all that stuff, I started like in primary. Yeah, started in primary.
Stories of the struggle.
Yo.
And like you've been.
It's been a journey. Still is. Still is.
Okay. Earlier on, you spoke about like you were working as a receptionist and all that, you know. So like I want to know what advice would you give to someone, you know, like an artist. You know, when you're an artist and you're stuck like in a box, like you said, like working for someone, like feeling like a robot, you know, and like you feel like, damn, should I leave my job? You know, should I chase this? Like, how am I gonna eat? How am I gonna live? You know, because I'm depending on this. Like, what step or what conclusion do you come? You be like, okay, fuck this shit, I'm out. Do you say first? Do you pray to God? Do you speak to your mom? What do you do?
Funny enough, I didn't even speak to my mom. She was so mad, eh? I didn't even tell her that I quit. I think mostly it's in trusting your heart, hey?
Yeah.
It goes back to spirituality and knowing that you are here for a reason.
Yeah.
And knowing that God speaks to you through your heart.
Yeah.
As long as you know that, as long as you have that trust in yourself and the trust in your heart, there's always going to be a way, As much as uzolala ngama noodles or whatever, but at the end of the day, there's going to be a way. And it's going to be very rewarding.
So would you say what you're doing like is the true nature of your existence?
I'm on the path to discovering it.
Yeah. Ah, cool. So, but like, if I had to ask you, like, what's the highest version of Althea? Where do you see Althea? Like when you visualize, like.
When I visualize. Yo, guys, I don't know.
Come on, you gotta.
I don't know. I'm still finding myself for real.
I'm
still finding myself. I can't. Honestly, I can't say I see Althea as the next president.
Yeah. You live a space for the universe to give you what you guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're speaking my language.
Okay. No, because like.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So, do you believe in God though?
I do.
Which God? The Father, the Mother, because like there's a lot of gods.
To define him myself, him or her.
Yeah.
Myself, yeah. I don't believe in Jesus.
Yeah.
I do have respect for people that do. I do have respect for people that believe in Jah or whatever. But I don't know. I just don't. I believe mostly in. I don't want to sound bad. I don't want to sound like I'm saying I'm a god or anything like that. But I believe that God lives in me, or a manifestation of God is inside me as well. So I don't really pray to a god. Like, I'd rather meditate or like do yoga. I do believe in spiritual ancestral practices as well. So phahla and all that stuff, I do that. I'm not really a religious person.
So okay, so who do you cry to, like when maybe you're about to go on set and like anxiety is attacking you and then like you start feeling nervous, like what's your mantra?
What's my mantra? I do pray to God.
Yeah.
But it's just a different God, and there's just a different way of praying to that God. Cool. There's no like set way of me like praying to that God, and it's also, I believe that God is partly my mind.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm going to set, whenever I'm going to a place or an audition even, and I'm nervous, it's all about programming my mind and telling it, okay, you got this. If you don't get it, it's not yours.
Yeah.
If you get it, then it's a part of your path. And I think that's the law of attraction.
I mean, like I feel like a lot of people, you should like. Are you planning to do some motivational speaking and all that, like to empower ladies and all that? I mean, like for real.
Okay.
Because like the way you got it going on, I feel like that's how, like the upcoming artists, even like the people who are out there, like they should be like dealing with it, Because like a lot of people, like they know, would say, okay, deep inside, okay, there might not be a God up there sitting watching me, because like it's a buy. But like,
what do you believe in?
Me.
Yeah.
I believe in myself. I believe in the higher power. I believe in the collective, the divine intelligence. I believe that there's a power that's controlling everything and everyone in the universe.
True.
But then it's not like like some white guy and shit like that. Yeah,
white skin and all.
Yeah, because like when you because the way I check the universe, the way it started and everything that's going on, and I gravitated towards like the Hindu. So
okay.
So most of the time it's just like I just meditate and yeah.
Does it help you?
Meditating, it does. Like, okay, yeah, it does. Like, for real. Like, thinking about it, imagine waking up in it every day, just a hectic day. I'm sure today there's a lot of things that happen. You went to an audition, like you took a public transport or whatever, and like you met a lot of people, During that process, like there's a lot that happens, emotions and all that,
So true.
So like, imagine like when you wake up and like just like giving yourself like even 20 minutes, just like sitting and not thinking about anything and just like, breathing in and out and on and out. I'm sure like that for me it has helped and it has worked,
Okay. How did it work out for you though when you started? Because I know it's very hard to focus because everyone thinks you need to silence your mind
and all that. Yeah. Thing is, you know what?
To be quiet.
When you think about it, it is not gonna work. Like when you keep on thinking about it, damn, it's not working. Why am I thinking about this? Like you just gotta sit down and just like breathe in and out. Every time your mind slips away, like don't fight yourself. Just like focus on the air. That's why when you're focusing on it, you're literally focusing on nothing. So like you're just like breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Like literally, like you're gonna zone out when you do it every day, every day. I fail to do it every day. I wish I can do it every day because you wake up, go pinini, you wake up, go, you know. So yeah, I mean like. Shut up.
No,
but like the interview.
Yeah. So I do meditate when I do have time, which is just an excuse because I feel like there's always 20 minutes in a day, you know. But I do meditate quite a lot, and I actually saw a video. It was like an ad. It's exactly what you just explained. That with everything that goes on in your day, in your like everyday life, right? Your mind is like a broken glass. And then meditating just brings that glass back together.
Because like.
So it's been helpful. Yeah.
Well, what's on your playlist? Who are you listening to lately?
Who am I listening to lately? Damn, I just got a new phone. I don't even have songs in there. But who's on my playlist? FKJ, of course.
Ooh,
I love him. Bob Marley. That's like a diehard. I love Bob Marley. South African. I don't want to sound like I'm not supporting South Africa. South African.
But you know you gotta keep it real.
Oh yeah, I must. There is no one in South Africa. There's nobody.
Why?
It's nice, but it's okay to listen to in a club. Most of the songs, you know, I wouldn't really have them on my phone, like in a taxi listening to it, or at home listening to it.
Are you referring to the hip hop in South Africa?
The hip hop in South Africa. I guess maybe I've never really gone deep into underground, and I'm sure there's nicer stuff.
Like I listen to trance music until like and all that.
Every
so,
day, like when you wake up, you're just
every day.
Yo, okay.
So like maybe that's one of the reasons I'm so hyped up every day until, but like what I get most occasions it's international music. So I find myself not having a lot of music to South Africa, but you know, since having the show until like, interacting with a lot of up and coming artists, I noticed like there's a lot of talent, and in all regards, because I remember you know doing my rounds, just 10 people to Fisher Major in my hood, and then the next thing, this kid said, I do gospel, and then he started singing for me on the spot. So like, there's a lot of talent.
And you like gospel?
Not really. I'll be like, you know, I've always
uplifting some of it.
Yeah.
Some of it.
On the real, like this is like my favorite track last year.
She's came.
You know? Face and shit.
Hello, and we're back, man, on the greatest radio show that you haven't heard of. But I'm sure our next guest in Tawamkava is getting there was the unforeseen circumstances until apart. We got brother Uncle Vinny in the stew. Hello. You good, man? Man, I'm happy, man.
Yeah.
Like what was going through your mind?
Izolo.
Yeah.
We met thing at the dome.
Sure.
What was going through my mind? Actually, we were on the mission to just get a picture with someone else.
Sure.
But since he came there, we were like, yeah, you know what? And then we talked to him and then asked for pictures. And then, it was like natural, man.
Sure.
I was like, yeah.
It's like, have you ever had nerves in your life? Have you ever had nerves in your life?
I have.
And then when did you
Especially
relinquish
when it
that?
comes to my mom. I have a lot of times. But when I'm doing my thing, I don't really necessarily have my nerves or anything.
Yeah.
That affects me, yeah.
Sure.
I mean, like, when did you start this thing? I don't know, we don't have enough time, but then.
Since I would most probably say grade 4, grade 6.
Yeah.
On the time, at that point, I was still doing theater, doing drama mostly. Then after I said it always was progressing until grade 8. Grade 8, after grade 8, I did, still doing drama. Then grade 9, I started doing radio. I started radio in grade 8, at the end of grade 8. Yeah.
At Alex FM.
At Hillbrook Radio.
Yeah. And then a fan wanted me to ask you this. Guti, is Ricky your real father?
It's not my real father.
How are you, Ricky?
It's like my soul father.
Yeah.
Like, you understand? Like, he's been there, he's been guidance to me.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you can't explain it. Even everyone always asks me, it's like, yo, why does this guy love you so much? Like, I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's because it's like the special bond that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle, we need a future. I mean, Dana, like, I don't know if you have any more questions. We're gonna reschedule, right? We're gonna make a proper date.
We can make a proper date. Just this one was just a hint because I really apologize to everyone.
Sure, but you know, yes, the biggest stars. This weekend, as we say, hashtag Project 50 June. So like we'll be featuring them up and coming artists, but like we want to feed homeless people until 50 homeless people, young until. So imagine I just want to hear like a pledge from you and just hashtag Project 50 June until just hashtag Project 50 June.
Hashtag Project 15 June.
50.
Okay.
Sure.
Project 50.
Hashtag Project 50 June.
Hashtag Project 50 June. Okay.
I love that, man.
So on Saturday, obviously, you guys need to come out and feed the ones that can afford the thingy.
You're the truth,
yeah,
man.
you can.
You know, actually, what goes out Friday on the 21st, we're hosting a JMP Hive in Braamfontein, and then on the 23rd, Sunday, we'll be feeding like 50 homeless people, and then we'll be giving them blankets and all that. So the whole project, it's hashtag Project 50 June.
Sure.
You're the truth, man. Like, you know, I wanna hear everything, man. I wanna hear everything. Like, there's a lot of things that's happening in your mind, and I'm sure sometimes you feel like you're alone out of 100 people. I'm sure.
Yeah, sometimes.
Young Tola, like, man, I wanna like. Ricky's your soul father, man. I'm your soul brother, man. Shout out.
How do you and Young still relate?
Yeah.
Yes, no, do you even sleep together? Not like together,
sometimes. Yeah. Me and Myers met when I was in grade 9.
Yeah.
The first time I met him, it was at Red Bull Regain, is it Regina or Regain? I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah. But we met there first. Yeah. But he knew me before I even knew him. He knew me from Sneaker Exchange because I interviewed Stilo that day. He was the one who was like, yo, go interview Stilo. So, and then after that, we started like talking and then we started connecting more,
And like, you know what? I don't want to finish the whole question. Like, can we wrap it?
Okay, we can wrap it for another day though.
Yeah, shout out to Official Major World.
Too much!
Shout out to
Too much!
Thank you so much, guys. I really apologize, but next time I'm gonna come like literally on time and we're gonna do everything on time. It's just that we're in a rush. I just really apologize.
Sure.
Bless.
Shout out to Uncle Vidi, man. Shout out to Young Stilo, man. Shout out to Pushing Passion, man. I love Passion Pushers.
Come back to
Most Def, man. The wonderful, the beautiful Yemaya. Hello. Let's bump it up. Let's bump it up.
3, 2, 1. And we're back again. We've been here. We never went anywhere, but it was just like a small break. Shout out to UV. Shout out to IS.
UV rays.
Yeah.
UV rays. Ultraviolet rays.
But we still got the elephant in the room.
Sure.
An elephant? Did you just call me an elephant?
Well, I mean, like...
I'm just kidding.
You know the beautiful thing is that you got a sense of humor. So, like,
I'm glad you guys get it.
One sort of like people like you, Bascar, like. How often do you entertain people who talk to you in the text or in the bus or like
Not that much. I'm quite an introvert, eh?
Serious?
I'm quite an introvert actually.
So like, do you close the conversation same time, or can you take me and you maybe like when sync, like?
Yeah, there are some conversations.
Sure.
They're so annoying. So in most cases, I just have my earphones on. But yeah, there are a few people, even at bars, eh? There are a few people that you meet at the bar and you're just like, what? I've been chatting to this person for 20 minutes because you just enjoy the conversation. But
like, how does it work for you, like being an artist and being an introvert? Because like, I feel like when you're an introvert, because like I've been alone, I remember there was a chapter or like a phase in my life where I was in a room and I was like, okay, I'm an introvert. And like after that part, it was so hard for me like to keep conversations with other people, you know. Like how do you even like how do you balance that, being an introvert and like allowing people in your space?
It's not easy. It's not easy, especially in the industry that I'm in.
Yeah.
But I don't know, once I'm in front of a camera or in front of a mic, then I speak a lot. But otherwise, in general, you can actually call it an introvert with extroverted...
Not just that, same.
What was the word?
Gemini. You're Gemini.
Yes. I'm what?
You're
Do you say...
Gemini.
No, I'm not.
I was just.
He was about to marry you right now.
I was just stretching.
What's your star sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Oh, you're a Gemini.
Sure.
Oh, okay. So
Sure.
your birthday just passed recently.
2 weeks ago, precisely,
ago,
until the 7th
cool.
of June, Booyah. So, like, I can
Oh,
obviously.
okay.
So, obviously, like, you know what, twins, you know, introvert, extrovert, that type of vibe, and so like, sometimes, you know, even I also as chicks, like, you know, if like, maybe it's been like more than two dates, like, I tell the chick always again, then, like, check out my star sign. It makes things much more easier for you to understand me.
Do you believe in that?
Are you big on star signs?
Yeah.
Like, fully, like...
Yeah,
Bona?
like whiskey. I
Like,
believe,
it's either what's Gemini compatible with...
you know, it's gay, ne? I do that like it's 2 dates in, until 2 dates in, 3 dates in, I say okay, maybe there is something that can happen until because it makes it much more easier for her. But you know, there's certain things that are certain. So things that are certain is like, for example, my personality type. So but again, if somebody takes you off, you react instantaneously until like sometimes they say maybe OCD, that type of it makes it much more easier for me to detect these things, and then next thing then to mitigate that situation. That's actually the
Do you detect them or do you... Sorry, you were saying.
No, I was just gonna add on like I feel like sometimes it helps you as a person, you know, individually. Like it keeps you motivated, even though sometimes you don't have to believe everything they say.
Like they said I was gonna win money last year. I didn't
So
even
that's-
get that money, guys.
Did you believe that you're gonna win money?
It was
It works with faith.
Of course
okay.
not. No, of course not.
It wasn't a song.
Aye. But like star signs, did they tell you about money?
Star sign, horoscope, tarot. Sangoma, must get fine.
It's not the
Yeah,
same
fine.
thing. It's not the same thing. Like Obana, the thing is that I've noticed like Obana, when we go to Sangomas, we expect a lot of actual things to happen.
Yeah.
So when they say, so when you say right, then you're gonna, maybe they say you're gonna get dough, but they say you're gonna win the dough too. You know the cards, the stuff, and all that thing. Ne? You know, I was watching something last week about me this month, and they were like, Antona, you know, keep having the faith, Antona. And of them, like, Boma, you'll reap your rewards until later on. And at the same time, I was in the situation, you know, those situations that I were like, fuck it, man, like, why? Like, it's gonna happen 2 months or 6 months later or 2 years later. Because if I knew it was gonna be happening 2 years later, I'll take when.
Okay, maybe.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Honest players. I'll try that again.
So, like, when you speak about religion, I was like, you know what? I feel like everybody needs to have a foundation of religion. Honestly speaking.
What?
You know, there's so much things that's allowed, and having all the knowledge, but that knowledge needs to have a foundation of where it comes from. So that's actually, you know, at least the religion.
Okay, are you supporting like different religions that are happening around the
Yeah,
world?
I'm supporting all of them as long as when you believe in what you believe in.
Yeah.
Do you find similarities though in most religions?
Yeah, in most religions, especially like when they speak about the Abrahamic religions on Twitter, that have origins to Abraham. So both the Judaism, Christianity, Islam, to a certain extent on Twitter. But there's always similarities between the Eastern religions, be it Taoism, be it Confucianism or Buddhism. There are always similarities. So whatever suits you, whatever floats your boat, because as I mentioned, the Eastern region. So the Eastern regions, they're not really touched about that person, that guy, and so. But on this side of town, they taught us to believe that there is a guy upstairs. Before that, we were believing everything around us.
And what is it with God being a guy? Like you guys educate me.
Look at the church. That's where the foundation of the religion now needs to start to be breaking up until is that now you start seeing in the church on most occasions there has to be a man who is there in front until such as even in the household. In the household, very like as a dude, very like.
That's where it started actually. Like I could say like like long time ago like there was these stereotype that women were not supposed to work, women were supposed to stay in houses and all that. So like when they were developing that thing, women they still didn't have their power. So like the only person that could fuck up people's minds with it's a male figure, because like you couldn't put a woman there and say this is God. Like people would be like, you telling us like a woman can't go to work, and then all of a sudden we must pray to a woman. So like that's how it started. But then I feel like that chain should be breaking down like now. I feel like the world should evolve to something else.
Yeah.
But like
But you were saying there was like a pastor that was a woman, so I
No,
guess
like
we're getting
we're getting somewhere, but obviously this is where a lot of people are like, I thought a deep one, which is now like I always make this simple example, which is like in a relationship, and so me and you, like the reason why you said I machita what care like bankataza or whatever, all of that, and so you need somebody who's on your level, but at the same time who's got that male figure risking, you can submit to that type of vibe, and so.
True.
So now when you're speaking about now we need to evolve. So some people might say evolving means now everybody starts to put tank tops until now everybody has to put on dresses and all that until no. There's expressing yourself. Maran, I don't know. Kids nowadays, because now honestly speaking, now I'm a firm believer now being part of the LGBTQ community it's not a bad thing. I grew up in that. I cannot act like it doesn't exist until being gay until. Mara, it's as simple as if somebody took off Coca-Cola out of South Africa and then we all believed in Kingsley. Now we would start having a new mindset of Kingsley is now the main. So there used to be a time where people never saw being gay in popular culture. There wasn't the Senzo and Jason once upon a time, but now. Because now I know when after the Senzo and Jason saga, that's when like South Africa was like, there's being gay, and it created idea. But before that, there wasn't such a thing. But it was thing, but it was taboo. This is why you wouldn't find people buy tuna just because of I saw it on telly or I saw it because of my friend was doing it. Because sometimes I tend to feel it happens. It's like even Lida Paro, we all dress in the same way, but we all are unique.
I get you.
One tell.
Yeah.
Sure.
I get you.
So basically, like now I'm all about evolving on tell. But we need to evolve, but at the same time, hence I was speaking about the foundation of the religion. So foundation of the religion of
like depending
on the Bible.
But like
not on the reg, but I not on the reg, but I also
you take from it.
Yeah, a lot.
Okay.
Do you know that religion was invented to for evolving? Like
sure.
you can't evolve when you're under any religion, because religion it's full of rules, it's full of restrictions, it's full of don't do this, don't do that, you can't sleep with who, you should sleep with who, and so on. So evolving is all about forgetting about all that. So I don't get it when you say, Guti, how are you going to evolve while you're still supporting religion? Religion is the foundation of slavery. Like religion is not, it doesn't contribute to evolving. If you want to evolve, you should tell it straight that fuck all the religions in the world. Because like right now, clearly, like to be honest, no. Thing is, I need to be talking about evolving now. We're not talking about something that I'm saying that I want it to happen. But then if we've been practical about evolving, people can evolve when there's still religion. For us to evolve, we need to like kill those roots, because those roots are the ones that's still holding people back. Because there's people who still believe there's a God that's out there that's gonna come and save me.
Yeah,
you feel
exactly.
me? So like, if people are still thinking like that, no one's gonna evolve. Like the world, like where, Buddhism where it is, ne? I was watching this guru, and this guru says, the world where it is right now, it's at the point where, like 5 million years ago, the gurus back then, they knew this was gonna happen. They said that the human race is gonna come to a point where, like, everything is just accessible. Like now you can talk to someone in India just like within an instant. Like what we experiencing is the most comfort. Like we're the most comfortable generation ever. But then when you check, we're not the most happy generation ever. There's so much mental illnesses. There's so much all of that. So now the world has came, like the human evolution has came to a point where okay, the things are outside of us. We evolved towards that. We're making railroads, we're making cars, we're making everything. Everything's just out there. But then now, for people to evolve, we need to go back inside and forget the world outside.
Forget everything.
So you forget school, you forget religion, you forget your mother, you forget everything. That's how you evolve. And then like you connect to your higher spirit.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's
how.
how.
Lose all attachment to anything around you.
Exactly. That's when we evolve, and that's where the human race should go from here. But then like now the system is making it harder. And again.
Do you think it's the system? I feel like we blame the system so much.
No, you know. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I think it's the system? You feel like we blame the system so much.
Yeah.
The system started it in the first place. But like now, people can think for themselves. And like this is why a lot of people are suffering, because like a lot of people think like this is the first time in the generations of the world where so much people can think for themselves. Because like long time ago, you couldn't think for yourself. Everyone belonged somewhere. So like now, that's why they say the heavens have fallen. The reason why they say the heavens have fallen, you can't tell a 2,000-year-old Guti when you die you're gonna go to heaven, unless they grew up under a household where they go to church. But then like now everyone can think for themselves. Like a 2,000-year-old Guti, babies don't come from the sky.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, people like have to have sex. You know, so like everything, like everyone's just thinking for themselves, and it's just causing so much. Because like people feel like they don't know what they're learning. Because like a human is always learning something. You feel me? It's like every living thing in the world. We're always learning something. A flower, when it grows to become its fullest potential. So like us human beings, we've been man-fucked. They told us, for you to evolve, because once you were born, you're already learning something. You already want something. You're already moving from one place to another. So what was supposed to happen is we were supposed to evolve spiritually. That's when you're gonna know how to balance everything.
Yeah.
That's when like you can't be at the top and say, no, at the top is lonely, at the top is depressing. Nah, that's an old way of doing things. You know, things need to be reversed. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but then like now, it's good because like I got this information and I'm from Soweto, so I mean I'm sure like there's a million out there people who are getting this information. You know, so like that means you're going somewhere. You feel? That's how I feel. So like people individually with a group, that I don't think that could happen. Like where you say, okay, let's all evolve, let's quit the system, fuck that, I don't think. But then individually, us growing, and then as you say in Gutsi, you want to inspire. You coming back and inspiring, that could be like a way to, it's okay, kids, this is how things should be done. Not
and I think there's so much power in phones as well.
Yeah.
A lot of information that you have, you got from a phone, right?
Exactly.
And I think there's just that gap as well where people don't really use phones for the right thing.
Yeah.
And phones also build this comparison trap as well. And you know, and you were saying?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, carry on, I'm sorry.
Wow, we're gonna do this all day.
I mean,
yeah, carry on.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, I was saying, the comparison trap, like with phones and social media, and you know, somebody else is doing this now and I'm not there yet and all that stuff, that also distracts people from, I don't know, finding themselves to the fullest and also evolving as well.
You know, you spoke like we blame the system so much, and this is where the system comes in place, because like they make sure these things, they put so much money out there for them so that they can distract people. Like the information that's needed, it's not funded, so like it's not easy for people to grasp that. But then Zoto Abantu, like she showed her cook yesterday.
She did?
I was watching the reality show yesterday and so on.
So that gets funded.
This is bad.
You know? So that's where the system comes in place. You feel me?
Zoto Abantu shayile kanyimba wakastina, if you didn't know that.
What?
And so like breaking news and so on.
Who was Kanyimba dating?
Mandlam Tim. Do you remember she was married to Mandlam Tim?
Oh yes,
sure.
yes.
So like you know, wanna go the Rock. Zoto Abantu na spanada. Next door, they share the back room there. Madam Tim would park a Lamborghini at a back room and he'll stay there for like 3 days. Kanyimba, it got to such an extent whereby she even confronted Zoto in the car with her sisters, all of that. And then the next thing, Zoto was like, "Aye, askis, ngenzeni."
There was Zoto though, eh?
Kanye was like, "Uzomiegela." Arai. ngifuna imali ngizoyenzani
Yo, damn.
wanthola
Yeah.
sure so this like that was just like history of the styles, but like
Yeah.
basing on like just getting back to what you guys were talking about, you know what I've realized now is that for all of us here now I believe we're all God bodies now, but you know certain people need to be taught how to think for another.
But then like this,
monk.
you know,
monks.
you see, this is what the system made you believe. Like,
It's
Ndwana,
the truth,
Ndwana,
man.
Ndwana, let me tell you one thing, man. Like, for the fact that when everyone is connected to the higher power, like, you don't need anyone to think for you, bro. Because, like, already you connected to the divine intelligence. But then, what you're saying is, where people are right now, like, they need someone to think for them. Because, like, when you think about them, like, a normal person from Ekasi, if you're going to take away generations, you take away soapies, you take away Isibaya, you take away their job, you take away everything, they don't have anything to think about. They don't actually have a reality. Because like, their reality is based on, you know, nah, I'm good, but I'll come back. So their reality is based on, okay, you want to watch TV, what's going to happen in TV, go to work tomorrow, speak about that, blah blah blah, your boss, so that like that's your reality. So like you speaking about those people, the people who
they pay taxes, you know, they
could-
Yeah.
it's
Sure.
balance,
They
it's
must
balance,
be-
but
I like I get it. We respect authority, which is the government. Until even if the government, remember the government of Africa, there will always be authority.
Yeah.
That authority
Yeah.
will tell us, okay, no, as Africans,
we need to do something.
we're supposed to do
Okay,
something.
cool.
So we must always, the certain people must always say, ish, yeah, until for us to have that unifying factor.
But it becomes a disease when other people are oppressed, you know, because like the system was not built to benefit everyone. The system was
It's
built
not
to
our system, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I wonder if it was a black system.
yeah, one solar.
Do you think it's about race even? Yes, of course there's that race aspect of
but like
it.
now,
But there's even black people, you know,
It's about power. Like,
also
yeah,
in power.
it's
and
now it's not
also-
even about color. It's
it's
about
not
rich and
even-
it's
yeah.
all rich and poor.
Yeah.
Like there's like.
but when slavery began, like they started taking people from the Angola region, and the king, he spoke with. It's like they came to Shaka Zulu, but Shaka Zulu said "fuck you," until. But the king of that time of the Congo region, the Congo region from the Congo River,
Yeah.
but the Congo region nileko Angola before the DRC Congo region. But yeah. That was just extra information. So you know, the king led the white people and was like, no, take my people and do your stuff. So Dahan, Marashaka Zuluka, he was like, no, fuck you. So it's all about the power part. Like Mansa
Yeah,
Musa, get
power
everybody
and
knows about
greed
Mansa
as well.
Musa. What he did with his money, he gave it to the people. But like the power principle. Now that's where I'm at, now I'm part of the power part, but
You're still willing to make other people slaves.
Hmm?
That's what you're saying.
did I say I want to make people slaves?
You're part of the power part.
power-
Like
you're part of the power
once you got
part, yeah.
power, like you have to have
What do I do with the power? I've got a foundation. I feed the homeless. I post it on social media.
Wow,
What are
the
you
whole
gonna-
world becomes a kumbaya. We all have to hold hands and say kumbaya.
What did you say earlier on? Become the change in yourself.
Yeah.
So I cannot be the president, but what am I doing right now? Bang, now as long
That's
as
exactly.
as
That's
long
very
the,
true.
as long the people that I got with me,
Yeah.
we're
You
doing
are the
the
change
most.
that you want to see, right?
So everybody's gonna say official major world, or everybody's gonna say scheme sales go pulo, or they wanna say those people go 27 boxes. Those people who go 27 boxes, they are good people.
True.
Done. I wanna
You're
say a
doing
lot of
something.
things.
Yeah.
Drop
Yeah.
the mic.
Wait
Drop
till
mic.
done. If I elaborate, now it's gonna get to a situation that you know what, man? Let's push passions. Let's push passions, man. Hit 'em up. Hit 'em up. Hit 'em up.
Pushing
And so, but like,
We came to that time of the day.
what time is it? Is it really that late? And so,
It's 10 to.
serious. So that means we can still hit 'em up. Hit 'em up. Hit 'em up. We're still on the rise.
Alright.
On fitness in Tuanga.
So I mean, like, yeah,
Yeah, I'm loving listening to you guys actually.
yeah, man. I
Do
mean,
you exercise? You've
Do
got
I
that body.
exercise? Ish, it's been a while, hey, but I do.
Is it a real question or pick up line?
Hey, anxiety, and I'm even blushing right now. I'm just like,
I'm
just kidding.
blushing, that means like 10 points on my side.
No, I do exercise, but not as often. And I eat a lot. You know, I'm not your typical model that eats salads and like exercises every day. At the moment, my body's got my back. You know, maybe when I get to 30, then metabolism gets slower and stuff.
Are you gonna get to that level where I had like these models, you know, these models that GQ magazines and shit like that. I had like what they do if like they want to eat a burger, they eat it and then they vomit it out.
That's crazy.
Are you on that line?
No. Must stay in my belly. No.
Isn't that always a bulimic?
Yeah, bulimia.
Sure. Like
no, that's crazy.
Until
That's
Come on, cause like they say, I'm not supposed to have a burger, but then they say the taste is the one that matters. So if you want to eat a steak,
but the industry is quite tough on ladies as well, not on everyone actually, not just ladies. It's quite tough. There's just all these specifications of how you must look, how you must dress, your skin color. I see a lot of dark girls are doing quite well now. Yellow bones are having it hard, hey? A lot of dark girls are doing quite well, but it's I don't know. I think South Africa as well is it's amazing because it's allowed a lot of different people, you know. I think me as myself with my look, I wouldn't pass as a model, you know, back in the days.
Sure.
But South Africa has opened up so many, like they've opened up space for different people, I guess. Or maybe it's a trend, I don't know.
What I'm going to say is
it is.
What I'm going to say is going to be based on, I remember speaking to Brother Gigi about how, you know, Ellen DeGeneres, she came at the right time. And so when she told everybody that she's gay, like it came at the right time, because the first 5-6 years they were like, Ndwana, you're gay. But the next thing, she got the show at the right time. Right now she's like on top of where she is right now. So getting back to what you were speaking about, Anton, you see that chick Winnie Harlow, the one with the two-tone skin color.
Oh yes, yes.
Winnie Harlow. It's just that out of Kamala. But
the one with it's Vertigo?
Sure.
Something like that.
Again, she was discovered by Tyra Banks. Since then, now she's big. And then there's another chick I saw in South Africa who's got the same condition. She's blowing up on the come up.
And there's one guy as well that's also doing quite well.
It's like albino people. There used to be a time whereby being albino
now
there's King Undiseli. She's part of the Did you know that?
Mutesele's sister, right?
Like the albino one. I think
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Candice.
Like now it like everybody doesn't have a problem. It's like Ntwana kilishisa. So time of the times.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe we are evolving. Yeah.
We are evolving at the right time.
Evolving where? My problem is where we evolving towards.
What's your vision in life?
Yeah.
What's your vision?
Me personally. To inspire. Yeah.
Keep on doing that, man.
Who me?
That's where we evolve into.
Yeah.
The whole
Truth.
You always be the change,
Truth.
man. You always be the change.
Truth. You know, by being yourself, you give somebody the bravery to be themselves as well.
That's it.
You know.
Sure.
I'm sure you grew up as like that different guy.
Who me?
Yeah.
In the
You
heart.
did, ne?
Most def. Most def.
Definitely.
Yo.
And everyone starts off as like, uyahlanya lo wenzakalani ilenzanga ipemayo.
You know the funniest part is that when I was a kid, like this is why I always go back to me as a kid. And like when I was a kid, I did a lot of things, but I didn't have nerves. But now as an adult, now I start having nerves. I'm like,
It's always like that.
Dope.
That's what like like when you grown and like maybe you just doing the true nature of your existence. Like when you feeling like am I good enough? You always gotta look at that kid back then.
Yeah, that's
true. Because like
true.
that kid is a superhero.
Yeah.
Like if you ask me, bro, like I used to perform, I used to do all those things, but then now for me to even get on stage, I have to think about it twice. But then like think about it, like I would just go there and just do my thing. I don't know even how I did it, man. Just go and like in front of people. But then like now, you know,
When you're younger, you're more confident and free-spirited, and
You know why? They haven't told you what to.
goes back to the system, right? Yeah, exactly.
They haven't told you. Once they start telling you who to are,
After 12 years of conditioning,
you are a lawyer.
after school,
Once you're starting you to, you're a lawyer.
yeah,
It's how.
you're a doctor.
You're a doctor now. Okay, cool. But like, yeah, man. But for to me now, okay, tell the people, like, is there anything new from you anytime soon?
Anything new? I can't share. I'm not allowed to share. But yeah, I'm still doing commercials.
Yeah.
So there might be 2 or 3 commercials coming up.
Yeah.
But otherwise, anything else? Not really much. I'm just excited about this because you know, with commercials, you do everything that they tell you to do.
Yeah.
You know, you walk the way that they want you to walk, and you dress the way they want you to dress. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity. So thank you guys. I'm grateful for this opportunity to be able to share my voice,
just
the
like
voice behind
communication.
the picture.
But then, what would you like to collaborate with in the near future?
What would I like to collaborate with?
If like, okay, make a wish. That's one wish.
Make a wish. Amarula, firstly. I love Amarula.
Damn,
So
man,
I would like
like
to
you
do
know,
Amarula.
literally, like I thought. Okay, but like let's not go there. Yeah.
So is that code word for like one tot?
Huh?
Was that code word for one tot?
Was it a?
What code word for one tot? Is it Amarula?
Code.
One
Oh,
tot.
oh.
Kaka, and so on, but yeah, okay, shout out.
Okay. Didn't get that. It's Amarula. It's the UN someday. Yeah. There's a lot, hey? There's a lot. I think after the whole Sprite and commercials and all that stuff, I got that platform, but then I got the yearning to speak and to be heard because you see commercials and it's, like I said, it's just like, it's a pretty girl, you know?
Yeah.
So I think I'd like more platforms where I can speak and all that stuff. And yeah, shout out to Amarula. They're listening.
Talking about pre-girls, like before we wrap things up, like have you always been like that girl at school, like that dandy?
No.
Come on.
Not at
They
all.
were sleeping on you.
Not at all, hey?
Yeah.
Like I was an ugly duckling in high school. I won't even lie. Even in primary, like
So
I wasn't
you
the
glowed up
prettiest
or
girl.
you got confident?
I got confident, still getting confident. I got confident in varsity actually. That's when I realized, you know, because everyone, you know, you get to varsity and everyone is different and everyone appreciates being different. Whereas when you're in a school for like 6 years, how many years is matric? Yeah, however many years. You're in that box, you know, and everyone has these expectations. And I went to a Model C school, so my hair was an afro, you know, girls had relaxed hair, they had hairstyles every month and all that stuff. I was there with my afro all the time, you know. And so I wasn't really that cool at all. And then varsity came along and then I was like, okay, I'm actually pretty, all right. But still, I think I didn't know, you know, I think I knew that I was pretty on the outside, but I didn't know myself like a lot. I didn't know I don't know what the word is. It's English.
Inner engineering.
My inner engineering, you know, and I think the past 2 years have been me meeting that person and realizing how beautiful that is. And I think the whole beauty thing as well, because, you know, it's going to dry out at some point. I'm going to get old in a few years.
I mean, like, that's where we're going.
So it's mostly been about inner beauty this past 2 years and getting intelligent, reading some books and all that stuff. Yeah.
Who's the lucky guy?
The lucky what?
The lucky guy. Who won a jackpot?
Oh, girl. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, like, we open-minded girl, you know.
There isn't one. There isn't one.
Are you searching or you waiting for the soulmate at the right time?
Not really searching, eh?
Just
You'll
working.
come along.
Yeah.
You'll come along.
Just doing you for now.
Yeah, just doing it.
Shout out, Buffett. You had it from Official Major World Online. Please tell the people where to find you.
Where to find me? So you can find me on Instagram at Yemaya Althea, Yemaya_Althea. You can find me on Facebook as AL Zanele and my blog, Yemaya Althea as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Buffett, it's about that time, as you know, Buffett. When we having fun, time gets jealous. And we gotta do some extra shit. So yeah, Buffett, I'm your boy A11. Catch me on Instagram. It's A11.alone. I opened a new Twitter account. It's himself alone. Facebook, A11.alone. SoundCloud, A11, not alone with people. Shout out people at Mesh Mishigesha, what's good?
The truth, Mashesha, man. Mesh, man, Mashesha. Like, what's game? It's not about trying, it's about being amazing each and every day, man. Be part of that and hit me up. Give me Mashesha for your own people. Facebook and Instagram, DRBOY Mashesha. Never retired. The other thing, official visual, hit us up. Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. And on YouTube. YouTube we can talk more about that until because of like you see how like come back until. But Facebook official major world with no spaces. Instagram official.major world. Twitter's official major W1. On the real like to me find this so on but the good thing is that now we have a website. Officialmajorworld.com, man. Hit us up. Ubon Hokamba until the passion pushes on fleek and hit us up this weekend, man. Friday. Hashtag watch of the June. Hashtag watch of the June.
Hashtag boy of the June.
Hashtag watch of the June.
Hashtag boy of the June.
Too much, man.
Coming on Friday though.
Hello.
Not on Sunday. Yeah.
Hello. Let's go, man. We're gonna be pumping with
must pull up with some
Yemaya, man.
canned food, you know?
I will.
Sure.
I will. I
Shout
have
out.
lots.
Right.
And it's my
Blessings.
birthday on Sunday.